Good morning people, how's it going? We're gonna do Q&A today. Didn't do Q&A for some time, so the questions are gonna go back to kind of old videos. So I'm gonna start with a question from Garcia Barnes. How did you like surfing? I absolutely love it, man. I absolutely loved it. Like, it was one of my biggest dreams to be able to surf one day, and even though I didn't surf properly, I got a taste of it, and I'm so determined to go out there and surf again, and I'm definitely gonna try to do it while I'm somewhere in the seaside. And I'm actually thinking about moving to somewhere where I can just go out in the morning and go surfing. So I love surfing, guys. I love surfing, really. Like, I couldn't do it properly because it was my first time, but I loved the idea, and I loved how much time it gives you on the water and how great it makes you feel. And also it's a very good exercise, so loved it, really loved it. Second question, Life of Jim asked, which microphone do you use? He asked before I started using the Sennheiser MKE 400. So before that I was using just the internal mic of a camera, but right now everything is recording on the Sennheiser MKE 400 mic, which I did the review of, and I'm gonna link it below in this video. Okay, so from a birthday video, Sniper786 says, happy birthday, thank you very much. That was some time ago, but thank you anyway. And he asked, how does it feel to come back from the holiday you wanted to go and come back to real life and just get back? And I need to tell you, it feels bad, but when I finish these holidays I started planning the next ones, basically. So it gives you energy to plan everything, it gives you energy to come up with the new ideas, and it gives you energy to actually survive till the next trip you have planned. So it's not ideal to come back from the holidays you went to, but if you plan something else just after that, it gives you the motivation to survive, and it gives you this good energy, and it gives you just like very good feeling inside, because you know in X time you're gonna go to another place and you're gonna live even better adventures and record some nice stuff and just do amazing things. So yeah, it's actually 5 days till I go to Sicily now, so I'm already looking forward to this holiday for a long time. So yeah, like just after I came back from Tenerife I already started planning some other things. So yeah, just plan some other things and come up with ideas, and it won't feel as bad. Okay, one of the technical questions, what are my video settings and what are profile I shoot, and if I use any ND filters and stuff like that. My profile that I shoot in is just a standard profile in the camera. That's the easiest one for me to grade on a daily basis when I make vlogs. If I would shoot something more cinematic, I would probably start doing the flat profile, which is S-Log or something like that, but I don't really need it at the moment. I just shoot in a standard profile and edit from that, and like you can see, you can really achieve a nice colors and nice look to your video footage editing from the standard profile. I don't use any ND filters, I don't use anything like that, because this camera have 1 to 8000 shutter speed, so even if I record in a bright sunlight I can still record with a shallow depth of field and stuff like that, which is really useful. So yeah, this is kind of the answer to this question. Parking with Full House asked kind of the same question, so I'm gonna say that again. I used the standard profile and I used just one LUT, Osiris M31, and I edit from that and I color grade from that and try to make the footage look really nice. Sometimes put the exposure down or up, change the color balance and stuff like that. So yeah, that's like my base, but then I work on that. So like I edit my video and then at the end I go through all the clips and make the color look how I want it to look. By the way, check out his stuff. His stuff is amazing. He's now in Hawaii snorkeling with turtles. It's amazing, guys, really amazing stuff. Go check it out. Shot by HP asked a question, if I shoot in 4K. only sometimes. Like this video I was shooting 4K because I have to be able to zoom in, zoom out and stuff like that. But usually the normal vlogs I shoot in 1080p 60 frames per second, so I can slow the footage down and just make it really nice and cinematic. And yeah, that's how I shoot. I usually shoot in 1080, and if I want to shoot like a sit down video when I talk to a camera and I want to make it more interesting with zoom in, zoom out and stuff like that, I will shoot in 4K. Because the 4K footage takes so much more space and I cannot record in 60 frames per second, so that's why I shoot in 180. Hungry Tourist is asking, why have I just discovered you? Yeah, I don't know why. YouTube, why she just discovered me? She's a tourist, she's hungry, I make food videos, I make tourist videos. Why does she just discover me? Like, why? YouTube, just promote me. Just kidding, guys. Like, I don't know why people don't discover me as quickly as they want, but I appreciate it when people say that kind of things, and thank you very much for that. So yeah, like, one more question from Parking with Full House. He asked if my white balance is preset or if I use the auto white balance, and in this situation I use auto white balance, but in the evening if I shoot under the bulb light or under some other light, I try to preset the white balance so it looks white and not yellow, because that's not a very good look, especially with the way I grade my footage. So yeah, this is your answer. Little Lee is asking, how is your footage not shaky when you vlogging? I think a big reason for that is because I record in 60 frames per second and then I slow it down so it looks steadier and smoother because of that, because it's in slow motion. And the second thing, I just try to make it steady, and also the camera has a steady shot, like a image stabilization, so this is very helpful as well. These Sony cameras have this image stabilization that moves the sensor, so when you move it doesn't shake as much as if that wouldn't be working. So hopefully that explains why my footage isn't as shaky as maybe yours, but I still think it's shaky, and I cannot wait to get a gimbal to stabilize it and make it super smooth. I cannot wait for that, guys, and I promise I'm gonna do it when I'm on 500 and I'm on 410 or something like that, so it might happen very soon, but I don't know how I'm gonna afford it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Uttaran Ganguly says, still only on 345 subs. Well, what can I do? I just put out the content, and if somebody like it, if you wanna subscribe, please subscribe, but I cannot really force people to subscribe, and now I'm actually on 410 or something like that, so it's growing, it's slowly growing, but I hope I'm gonna get to 1 million soon, like you said. Thank you very much for this very nice message, thank you very much. I need to say that I really love when people asking questions even if they don't really ask them in English, and I'm able to translate them. And Gaguino TV have asked the question if I loved the Rio De Janeiro and if I'm planning of going back. And yes, I absolutely loved Rio. I would love to go back. It's where it all started for me. This is where this channel have started. This is why I'm still doing vlogs. This is why I'm still so happy on traveling. This is where I got hooked, basically. So it's always gonna be in my heart, and it's always gonna feel like Rio de Janeiro is the place where it all started, where my passion for travel photography and travel video and vlogging have started. So that's like, I love to come back to Rio de Janeiro. I would love to go there, and I loved it. It's the best place on earth, I think. Like the people and the culture and how beautiful and how warm and how nice it is. If you've never been to Rio de Janeiro or to Brazil, just go, pack your bags and go to Rio, because it's so good, guys. It's so good. So thank you for this comment, and I really appreciated you commenting. Even if it's not in English, I still do appreciate it a lot. Even more because you get out of the way and still comment it in your own language, and this is very good. Obrigado. Eric Williams have asked what camera do I use. I'm gonna answer this question one more time, and then I'm gonna say it's all in the description as well. So I use Sony a7R II, and I use 28mm lens most of the time, like 99% of the time this lens is on the camera. And then I use the 35-8 and I use 55-1.8. That's what I use for vlogs. Mahmoud the King have asked, where am I taking the music from? So SoundCloud. SoundCloud is the easiest answer, but I looked for music that is on Creative Commons, and then I found an artist I like, I contact them, and I'm in contact with few artists, and then I have their Bandcamp website and stuff like that. So I use few artists and I go to not just SoundCloud but to their Bandcamp and stuff like that, and I make sure they are fine with me using the music in the videos and monetizing on them, because this is very important. Like, if you contact with somebody and they agree to it, you know that there will be no problem in future about that. So yeah, this is where I found my music, and I'm really glad you guys enjoying the music, because it's kind of the music I enjoy too. So this is really nice. Thank you for the question. One more question about how I grade my footage from Sofia Costales. I use Osiris M31 a lot, and then I work from there, and I'm trying to make it look the best that I can make it look. That's all. Lumetri colors, the loot, and then just sliders, and that's it. Zach Lopez is asking how I like the 28mm lens and if it's versatile and what's my overall thoughts. So let me answer quickly. Love it. It's very versatile because it has this depth of field, so you can make it look very cinematic, and it also wide angles, so it's really nice. And you also can get an adapter to it to make it even more wide angle, and then it's gonna be 2.8, which I'm probably gonna get in the future, because I'm not gonna be able to afford the 16-35 for the longest time. But overall thoughts, amazing lens. If you're looking for a cheap, good lens to record video, to take photos, buy it. Really good lens. This is a very good question, and a question I really wanted to answer. Mr. Breaky B have asked me if I'm an introvert, because I spend a lot of time alone and I don't have many people in my videos on daily basis. And yes, I am an introvert, and I love spending time by myself. I love creating things, I love to make things. That's what brings me the most joy in life. Don't get me wrong, I love spending time with people, but social situations are actually where I discharge. Like, it makes me feel tired. I don't feel like super comfortable with people, being around people. So from time to time I really need the time to just be on my own, relax, do some things that I want to do, like creating videos, like creating photos, like doing something on my own, watching YouTube, watching movies, and just spending time and charging to get back to be able to speak with people. I'm gonna link in the description a video by one of my favorite filmmakers of YouTube. He's Polish, video is in Polish, but there is the subtitles, and I would love you guys to watch it and get to know more about introvertism and stuff like that. By no means I'm lonely. I'm not lonely. I just prefer to live my life this way. I love hanging out with people, and I love hanging out with people that are close to me, like my family, like my closest friends, like some of my friends in London. but I don't feel super safe with new people. I need to get used to people, and I need to get used to the environment and stuff like that. So sometimes vlogging in the street, it's super difficult for me, but that's one of the reasons I vlog. This is why I want to kind of get out of this like bad introvertism to kind of the good introvertism, and just keep the good side of it and get rid of the bad side of it that make me think in a certain way. So yeah, it's a bit complicated, but yes, I'm an introvert and I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to take advantage of it and not to let it bring me down. So this is the idea of me being an introvert. But I'm really glad that I am an introvert, and I'm proud of being an introvert, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, coming back to my Tenerife video, the slow-mo video, the slick and slow motion film from Tenerife. Somebody have asked if I recorded all of it on 60 frames per second, and yes, all of it is recorded on 60 frames per second and then slowed down in Premiere Pro. And this is how I record most of my footage, because I want to have this ability to slow it down in post. So yes, the whole video of Tenerife is recorded in 60 frames per second, and here I'm gonna plug it. Please go watch this video. This is the best video I've made by far to date. Please go and check it out. Please give it a like. Please give it a share if you can, because I really want people to see this video. I'm super proud of it, and I'll be really thankful and really happy if you would share it and like it and watch it and maybe comment on it. I want everybody to be able to see it. I'm super proud of it. Thank you very much if you gonna help me. Thank you very much. Delt2234 is asking, why am I thinking about the chances of Cavaliers winning the title this year? And I think they're gonna win, man. I think they're gonna win, and I hope they're gonna win. And yeah, they're gonna win. And I'm gonna finish on this few questions from Jeff Grant Media. Thank you, Jeff, for submitting the questions. Thank you for all your help with my channel and all your intel and all feedback and stuff like that. And let me answer your questions now. What was your inspiration to start vlogging? Well, this is actually very important. The inspiration was I wanted to learn how to do the video. I was doing the second channel like 4 years ago. I started doing a second channel, but then I started watching more and more vlogs, especially Fine for Louis, and it got me so motivated to start to travel. So then when I went on to travels to Brazil, to Rio De Janeiro, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy G7X, Canon G7X, and I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna try to learn how to edit video. So I've recorded this video, and I don't think it's the best video I recorded, and I didn't edit it for a year because I didn't know how to edit. And then I found Ben Brown's, which I was watching at the moment, tutorial on how to edit the video and how he edits his vlog, and this have let me make amazing vlogs out of this footage. And the footage isn't the best, the editing isn't the best, but it got me to this point where I'm aware on how to edit the video, I'm aware on how to shoot the video in a nice way. I'm still developing, don't get me wrong, but it developed me so much. Like, if you look at my first videos and if you look at the videos now, there is like big gap on how I started and where I am right now. So this was my inspiration: Fine for Louis, Ben Brown, Casey Neistat, but mostly Fine for Louis and Ben Brown and all their travel vlogs. And that's what I would like to do. Like, I would like to do travel vlogs all the time, but I cannot afford to travel 365 days of a year. I cannot do it, but hopefully I'm gonna get to a point where I can do it, and I can take photos and I can take video and vlog and make films, and this is the idea. So this is the answer to this first question. Let me read the second one. what motivated you to learn English and move to London? So with learning English, I was always into American culture. I was always into, like, first of all, I was into rap and hip hop and stuff like that. Then I went into R&B, so I wanted to know what the artists are singing about. And then I started watching American TV shows as well, like One Tree Hill, like DOC, my two favorite shows, and then Prison Break and stuff like that. And I wanted to actually know what they are saying in English, and so I started watching it with the subtitles, and then tried to translate the songs and stuff like that. And this is how I mostly learned my English. I started learning English in high school only, so before that I was learning German, and I don't know anything of German except Guten Tag, which is good morning. And yeah, and then coming up to the second part of the question, I had a very big dream of moving to America and living an American dream. So then when the opportunity came up with me being able to move to London, because my friend used to live here and he wanted me to move with him, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe that's why, like, gonna make me one step closer to move to America and to live this American dream, and to be able to learn English more and to be able to earn more money and stuff like that. So I did that, and I would still love to live in America, but I don't know how I am gonna be able to make it happen, but hopefully one day I'm gonna be able to make it happen. So far I haven't even been to America, so this is really funny. I want to live in a place that I've never been to. Because I used to watch the American TV and I used to listen to American artists, music artists. So yeah, this is quite funny, but I am sure I want to move to America. I am pretty sure I want to do that. He also asked at what age have I left Poland to come to England. I think I was 23 or 24 when I left, and I just finished my photography course, 2 years photography course, and before that I was studying IT for 1 year, so that's why it was so late. I was actually supposed to come in the year earlier, but I was still in my course and we had a little bit of breakout with my friend that was here, so I decided not to come this year, and then came the next year. And I was supposed to be here for only 3 months, and I stayed for over 5 years, which is very, very funny. But yeah, this is how it was. And I think that's it for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found the answers to some questions that you wanted to ask or you asked. And today we're gonna finish at that. Please go check out the videos I was talking about, Tenerife video, some of my first videos from Brazil, and please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, like some other videos. And for now I'm gonna finish that, so keep it stick guys, peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.